Is an elk and a moose the same? When you spot a large, hoofed creature in a forest or meadow, it can be difficult to know if it is a moose or an elk. Both animals share many physical and behavioral characteristics, and yet there are some key differences between them. Moose and elk are both large mammals from the deer family. Given how similar they are, it's really easy for the two to be confused, and more often than not, it's moose that are mistaken for elk. Do moose and elk look similar? Moose and elk can be easily confused, but with an understanding of the differences between the two species, you can quickly tell them apart. Many times hunters who are out to hunt elk end up killing moose instead, although there are no similarities in their appearance. It is a fact that more than a dozen moose get killed by hunters every year. This video will compare the elk versus moose and highlight the most notable differences. So make sure to watch until the end. Appearance. Moose also have a much broader body, with a longer and wider head, larger snout, and a concave-shaped face. Black or dark brown coarse fur. Elk have a more narrow and pointed face, with a much more pronounced ridge along the top of the head. Silky golden brown fur that's softer than the moose's. Moose also have a long, round nose compared to the narrow, pointed nose of an elk. Under the jaw, moose also grow a flapping piece of skin known as a dewlap or bell. This trait is unique to moose and isn't present in elk. Body size and weight. Moose are generally much heavier and much taller than elk. Moose range between 5 and 7 feet at the shoulder and weigh between 840 pounds all the way up to 1,550 pounds for mature males. Elk, although still quite large in their own right, only stand 4 to 5 feet at the shoulder and weigh 485 to 730 pounds. Natural habitat. Moose live near lakes and rivers, especially in areas with a lot of greenery and aquatic vegetation. Quite spread across the North America, including the US and Canada. Elks den in forested areas and meadows, but you will often see them around forest edges. Often found in Central and East Asia, as well as the western part of North America. Antlers and head shape. Differences in antlers will also be apparent when hunting bulls. Moose antlers will grow out of the sides of the head, while elk antlers grow backward over their bodies. Elk antlers have one main beam with long points that grow off of it, whereas moose antlers have a paddle-like shape with many points growing off the thick, paddle-shaped portion. Social characteristics. While elk gather in herds, moose are solitary animals who prefer to travel alone. Sometimes moose can be seen traveling in small groups, but this is a rare occurrence. If moose are traveling in groups, they are often with the company of their young ones. The moose and elk tend to act differently when approached by humans. Typically, the elk flees at the sight of people, whereas the moose is less likely to flee, making them easier to kill. Tracks and hooves shapes. The elk often leave a 3-inch wide and 4-inch long print, while moose leave deeper and larger tracks. The track marks of the elk also show evidence of the animal traveling in herds. Since the moose has a bigger body than the elk, its track marks tend to sink deeper into the soil compared to the slightly lighter legs of the elk. Track marks also largely depend on the type of ground. The two animal species differ in the shape of their hooves. The tip of an elk's hooves are somewhat blunted as they are designated for traveling longer distances than their counterparts. The hooves of moose are pointed since the animal has a different migratory pattern. Moose have heart-shaped hooves like that of a deer, while the elk's hooves are tooth-shaped. Are moose and elk endangered? Although there has been a decline in the population of moose, in recent years they remain healthy and are not considered to be under threat. According to IUCN data, the population of elk is actually increasing and they're not considered to be under threat either. That's all for today. Please share your experiences in the comment. If you thought this video was useful, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button to see more videos from TheraPlanet.